So we're almost done with this refresher, which is not that short because Angular is quite complex. And I want to conclude this by making sure that whilst we are waiting for the response, I'm not showing nothing. Instead, it would be nice to have some, let's say, text here, loading, and we show that. And you could easily imagine that this is a spinner you're showing whilst you're waiting for the response. Or maybe you have something like fetching data here. Now, I want to show this as long as we don't have a response and remove it as soon as we do have it. Well, to implement this, I will add a new property in the persons component. And I'll simply name this is fetching, and initially it's false, let's say. It's a Boolean therefore. And in ng-on-init, before I fetch persons, I'll set this to this is fetching true, so I will set it to true. But whenever I got a new list here, whenever I got new persons, I'll set it to false again. And just because this comes first does not mean that it runs first, because this part here in this function we pass to subscribe will only run when this is triggered, which is not the case immediately. So now is fetching switches between false and true depending on whether we are loading or not. Now we can use another directive here in the template, the ngIf directive, star ngIf. And here we can pass in a condition which controls whether this element and its child elements should be shown or not. And this should be shown if isFetching is true, and the unordered list should be shown if it is false, so if it is not true. And with this implemented, if I save that, you see fetching data, and once the data is there, you see the list. Here it is again. So that is another important structural directive Angular offers, and it's important to be aware of that one.